and they don't really like me. Cause I can fuck your bitch and fuck your mom and auntie.
In July 2017, a little game called Fortnite Save the World came out. It was a simple survival looter shooter with unique building mechanics that saw mild success. Most people probably don't remember it or even played it because
nobody fucking played that shit.
So while Save the World did all right,
when Fortnite first came out, nobody fucking played that shit. Nobody gave a fuck about no Fortnite.
Fortnite Battle Royale. And this version of Fortnite took the world by storm. You see, while the Battle Royale genre had existed for years with games like H1Z1
as soon as they dropped Battle Royale,
PUBG, never before had this genre been more straightforward.
Because this was easy mode. Battle Royale.
The rise of the streaming platform Twitch and big streamers like Ninja, and you have the perfect recipe for success. As Fortnite got bigger and bigger, everyone was playing it. And I mean everyone, including the Avengers Infinity War directors, the Russo brothers, who had mentioned in interviews how much they loved playing this game. And because they were big fans, this led to a meeting between Epic Games and Marvel Studios. And a deal was made that changed.
And that opened the fucking floodgates. And gaming never been the same after that. After that fucking Marvel and Fortnite collab, when Thanos was in fucking Fortnite, gaming literally never been the fucking same after that.
Changed the gaming industry forever. On May 2018, Fortnite collabed with Marvel Studios in their Infinity Gauntlet limited time mashup. This game mode added Thanos into the game, where you would collect all the Infinity Stones and then you'd become overpowered and just like wreak havoc. It was actually a lot of fun when it came out. But it also featured the first instance of Fortnite.
That shit was Oppenheimer, my nigga, to the gaming industry. That shit was Oppenheimer.
Back since they have collaborated with basically every single IP under the sun. They even collaborate with rivaling companies. DC and Marvel both exist in Fortnite. Now, Fortnite in itself isn't a bad game. There's a reason it's so successful. But the problem with success is that it has its imitators. You'll always have,
and they even worse,
to replicate what made you successful without understanding
so many fucking Fortnite clones
Fortnite in the first place. Fortnite's simple, cartoonish, and carefree style works with a ton of different IP, from more silly characters to more serious characters. And with Fortnite not necessarily even having a real story, everything and anything just works in the Fortnite world. But not every game is Fortnite. And a lot of games really need to understand this sooner than later. So today, I want to talk about how Fortnite ruined the identities of AAA games. But first, let's talk about today's sponsor, over here. Because this video is sponsored by
Apex Legends
PCs. If you've always wanted a gaming PC of your own, at the end of August, Apex Gaming PCs is giving away a $5,000 extreme setup. Link to that will also be in the description. You do not want to miss out. Like, it's better than my current computer that I have. So thank you once again to Apex Gaming PCs for sponsoring, but now back to the video. I would argue that
Call of Duty been lost its identity.
Is that many modern multiplayer games,
even though Call of Duty always had goofy shit, this now like they just went out of pocket with it.
Or in a battle pass. This has allowed for more players.
They just got really out of pocket with it.
More and more new games, and is great for
nigga Stan from American Dad and Beavis and Butthead, bro. It's like, all right, dog, y'all niggas.
Every single game has a battle pass now, and unfortunately, a lot of the predatory monetization models that exist in Fortnite carried over into a lot of other AAA games, mostly being FOMO, aka fear of missing out. I have a whole video on battle passes if you want me to go more in depth about the issues with battle passes, but yeah, we can thank Fortnite for all of those issues. Call of Duty, in my opinion, has not been a great game series for a while now, but I do think with this game series in particular, you can see how Fortnite has negatively infected its DNA. However, Call of Duty somehow gets the best of both worlds. They're able to sell a $60 game every single year while simultaneously having a store and a battle pass, because they do have a free-to-play game, which is Warzone. But those cosmetics and battle passes also affect the skins that you can wear in the paid $60 game. If you pay for a game, all of the cosmetics in that game should be earnable, or at least don't make your game $60. Because unfortunately, Fortnite set the industry standard price for a legendary skin being around $20, which is 1/3 the price of a AAA game. But they keep getting away with it year after year after year. But fine, people are allowed to spend their money however they'd like. But I think even if you're a fan of Call of Duty, these collaborations that they've done have gotten completely out of hand.
I'm saying, though, that shit got out of pocket.
Being a little bit more gritty and realistic with a military aesthetic. Sure, the zombie modes was a little bit more out there.
Yes, they got goofy occasionally, but they were still serious. These niggas just...
Call of Duty has an identity crisis. The game looks ridiculous, and at times, kind of gross. It's almost unrecognizable. If anything, it kind of looks like Fortnite. And these collaborations in both Call of Duty and Fortnite all feel super corporate. Very clearly promoting a new movie or a new show, which is essentially advertising to kids without them even realizing it, which on some level is very sketchy, and maybe the FTC should do something about it. And I only think it's gonna get worse from here on out. Also, it feels more and more like these AAA games are prioritizing these collab events more than actual relevant content updates for the game. However, when Fortnite does a huge collab, it deeply affects the gameplay, for better or for worse. You'll have whole new abilities like the Thanos gauntlet previously
all that
talked
shit
about,
be
or
OP.
the Dragon Ball Kamehameha.
Yes, bro, all that
lightsabers.
shit be OP as
These
shit.
huge collabs will still affect free-to-play players because it will have huge gameplay changes. Unlike our next game that we're going to talk about.
My fucking god, bro, Overwatch
2 has also gotten the collab bug from Fortnite. And now they've done a ton of collaborations with Street Fighter.
They
G.I.
fucking
Joe,
collabs is
Transformers.
crazy.
It's pretty wild. Jeff Kaplan would never. Don't get me wrong, these collab skins, they look great. But I do think there's an underlying issue with collaboration skins in a hero shooter. Overwatch used to put a lot of care and detail into the skins that they would release for their characters. These skins would usually tie into the lore in some way. They'd come with a comic or a cinematic, and it would add more to the story because people really do love Overwatch's story. But ever since they slapped a 2 on their name, the lore kind of took a backseat in favor of the money. So now the skins don't need to make canonical sense.
Nah, I'm just trying to make money.
Zuko skin for the Avatar event, even though Genji's face
We don't
is
got time for
canonically
fucking story-based
disfigured.
skins.
Widowmaker a G.I.
We need to
Joe
make
skin.
money.
But why isn't her skin blue? They'll never tell. But even if you don't care about the lore, these collaborations have really highlighted a key issue when you have a large roster of characters. Favoritism, aka pretty privilege. If your favorite character in this game is not the most popular character in this game,
they're gonna get ass fucking skins.
Collab skins. Hell, you'll be lucky to get
You gonna get straight
skins.
bullshit.
They seriously don't give skins to a lot of different characters these days, ever since they copied Fortnite and went free to play. Characters with a less generic and unique silhouette will always get passed up for characters with a more generic body type, which is why characters like Roadhog, Zarya, and Hazard are gonna have a difficult time getting a collab skin. Unless they do a Nintendo collab, then you can have Hazard be Bowser's final.
Sure.
With one of the only exceptions being Reinhardt because he's so huge, so whenever you have like a huge dude you're collaborating with, just make Reinhardt be that person. All Might, Optimus Prime, you get it. But if your character is a hot young woman like Widowmaker, Juno, Kiriko,
Can literally be
Diva,
anybody.
or the poster boy Genji, you'll end up getting all the collabs.
All of them.
We all know why Juno is Chun-Li and Widowmaker is Cammy. It's because they're both really fun characters to play. No other reason. But I think one of the most
Bad bitches get all the
cases
skins.
is Kiriko with 5 collaboration skins.
Yeah, I
This
brought the jury
character
one.
was literally made to print money. And there's a reason why I thought she's the worst designed character in Overwatch. You can check out my whole video about it, but yeah, it's because she's so basic. Collabs in hero shooters strip away a lot of the hero shooter's core identity, while also completely snubbing less popular characters from even being a part of these collaborations in the first place. And now game developers are incentivized to make
It's crazy
new
because the
characters
skins
a little bit
actually
more
look good.
generic
It's
and
just like,
simple,
it's clear as
so
day
they can
Dicky
fit
in
any
Fortnite.
collab that they ever do in the future and make money. Sell skins. Like, there's a reason they designed Juno that way. We all know why they designed Juno that way. And
Like,
it's
at least
really
these
telling
cross
that this
collab
started
skins in
happening
here
after
look way
Overwatch
better than
2
fucking Call of
became a
Duty.
sequel, and now they conveniently have a third-person mode as well.
Like, them skins is
Okay,
just fucking
Overwatch.
ugly as hell.
Now, obviously, Overwatch is not the only hero shooter doing this. Apex Legends has had one main collaboration with Final Fantasy, but it hasn't really done much.
I've always said I'm a Final Fantasy fan, and I played a little bit of Apex on this channel. I've never once said, yo, they should do a fucking collab. That makes no sense. Yo, this collab made no sense to me at all.
But I do think that when they did do the collab, Aesthetically, it still kind of fit into Apex Legends, nor do I think they give pretty privilege to some of the legends. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. But let's take a game like Rainbow Six Siege. Their collabs, yeah, they're pretty ridiculous.
Alright, yeah,
Rainbow
they
Six
collabs
Siege
is fucking
about
crazy.
hyper-realism.
Nigga, once they put Roman Reigns in Siege, I was like, alright, yeah, nah, they don't give a fuck no more.
It has a very specific military SWAT aesthetic, but then you get like a Rick and Morty collab. Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege is completely all over the place now.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck no
are
more.
Definitely another case of these collaborations kind of ruining their identity. And I bet you there are a lot of Rainbow Six Siege fans who feel the same way. Now, let's talk about a few games that I do think do a good job with the collabs. This one could age like milk because it hasn't officially come out yet, but Destiny 2 is finally doing a big collab with Star Wars, and they're going to introduce it as part of a campaign within the Destiny 2
Destiny 2 is just now doing a collab with Star Wars. I feel like that would have...
Just a bunch of different characters.
I feel like that's a collab that should have been happened.
I do think that this collab specifically works in Destiny because Destiny is like a space opera.
Yeah, it's like...
Star Wars in the first place. So they
yeah,
do
it's kind of
look
the
like
shit.
They could be part of the same universe, and they're justifying it with it being their own story. It isn't a Star Wars story. It's just a Star Wars themed story that comes fully with a new expansion and a new map that looks like Tatooine, but all of it does fit aesthetically into Destiny 2. So I do think this is a
Destiny and Star
done
Wars actually
pretty
do work
because
together.
I do think it's important to collaborate with IP that fits your aesthetic. Most fighting games get away with doing crazier collaborations, and they've been doing this for years, even before Fortnite. So there's a reason why nobody bats an eye when your favorite character gets chosen for your favorite fighting game. I always remember when Spawn was in Soul Calibur. That was tight. Some of the more recent really cool collabs is adding Omni-Man to Mortal Kombat or adding Noctis from Final Fantasy into Tekken. But even some fighting games can go a little too far.
It is
like
broken
adding
as shit.
Negan from The Walking Dead to Tekken. That just doesn't work for me, man. I know it's crazy that in a game with a bunch of demons and stuff,
And he's
the
fucking
issue I
broken
have
as
is a
shit.
dude from a post-apocalyptic
And he's
zombie world
broken
doing
as
a fighting
shit.
game. It just weirdly did not fit the aesthetic. Is that kind of crazy that I'm saying that? Also, was Walking Dead even popular at that point when he came out? Like, who was still watching it? Marvel Rivals is a strange case because it feels like every single skin they do is a collaboration, but it's a collaboration with
Yeah, but
themselves.
they just
have the
collabing
added
with
bonus of
themselves.
having decades
Like,
of
Marvel
their own
Rivals shit is
comics
cool, but
to
they just
draw
collabing with themselves.
inspiration from. So it makes every new legendary skin feel like a celebration of the comic book history. And they really don't have a need to collaborate with other IP because they're one of the biggest IP on the planet. It's honestly genius from a business perspective for Marvel to finally make their own game because their first collaboration with Fortnite was very pivotal for the success of Fortnite's future
That was
collaborations.
ridiculous, man.
Now, obviously this whole video has been a rant, but let me go on a tangential mini rant real quick. What I do think that Fortnite has really taken away from us, the players, is our individual creative expression when it comes to customizing our characters. I grew up on Halo, where you could customize the color of your armor, your shoulders, your helmet, your chest,
And you can
your
unlock all that,
head,
bro. You ain't
shoulders,
have to
and
fucking
toes,
buy that
and
shit.
thankfully, Halo Infinite has actually gotten to a place where I really do respect its current customization. It did not start out that way, but currently, I think the way you can make your characters look in Halo is in a very good place. But all of these AAA games don't let you do that. Whatever skin you have, that's the costume you're gonna be wearing. Could you
And some skins be
imagine
meta,
if Fortnite allowed for
like
you
the
to
Terminator
customize
skin in
different
Call of Duty.
aspects of your character? You could have
That's why
Goku's
some skins
head
is
on
fucking
Master
stupid
Chief's
for Call of
body
Duty.
with Chun-Li's ass. Look, was all of this just an excuse to talk about how phenomenal the finals cosmetic system is? Yes. Yes, it is. I understand the finals isn't a AAA game. It was created by ex-DICE devs, but they truly understood customization by honing in on the Halo model instead of the Fortnite model. In the finals, it lets you customize everything. Your hat, your hair, your skin, your shirt, your pants. Leading
I
to
miss
some
that
of the
in
most
games, yo.
wacky skins you've ever seen on every single person in this game. No two people look alike unless they're brand new.
You can
because
just
then you
unlock
probably
shit
just have
and
like a
fully
default.
customize your character.
And what this cosmetic system does is actually make it a lot more affordable to buy things because they also let you buy individual pieces of outfits. For example, if I only like this mask that this character's wearing, I can just buy that mask or just the pants, and it's significantly cheaper, which allows for me to get exactly what I need to look how I want to look. I don't have to be a famous character to feel really cool in this game. And the finals is able to do all this, have so much customization while still feeling cohesive aesthetically and in their art direction. Now, obviously, this doesn't make as much sense in a hero shooter, but it could work. I have a bunch of legendary Octane skins. It'd be cool to have the Oni mask, but with the like Luffy body. It's just something that's been completely lost in AAA games. Wouldn't it be nice if cosmetically we let people be free? Or would it be illegal to put Spider-Man's head on Batman's body? Like, would they sue Fortnite if that was a thing you could do? Many AAA games have lost their identity and focus due to their need to always be selling cosmetics, and collaborations have been a surefire way to do that. And it's been a downward spiral.
Yes, I agree with
no
this.
return.
Ben was saying
Not
shit like
every
this.
single game needs to be doing these collabs. If these collaborations
Just
are
getting
the
out of
only
hand.
way to get people to play your game, then maybe your game has some core issues. And I think developers need to realize that Fortnite ultimately wasn't successful because it did these collabs. The game was successful because it was fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.